Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Speeder Bike, Scout Trooper, and the Child from the Star Wars Black Series. Now, as always, if you like this video and want to see more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free, and it really helps out the channel. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this guy's packaging. Here it is. As you can see here, it's in the newer style Black Series packaging. It's got a nice big window here on the front to show off the figure and the speeder bike. Then on the side, it's got a series of images kind of showing off the characters and the bike here in the pack. And then whenever you flip around onto the back, it again shows off the figure itself. And it does have a brief description. And of course, if you'd like to read that, you can go ahead and just pause the video. So overall, pretty standard stuff. So let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself here. We'll actually start off with the speeder bike first. If I can get it in frame here. So this thing is about 11 or so inches long, and to the top of the handlebars sits at about 4.5 inches tall. So it's got some pretty good size on it, and obviously we've seen this thing before. This is just a basic recolor of a speeder bike that we've seen several times at this point, but it is really nicely done. There are a couple features on this thing. The first thing are these little flaps here at the back. They are movable. They're just on a little hinge so you can open or close them. There are pegs on the little, I guess they're accelerator pedals or something, to help hold the figure on to the speeder bike, which I really like. It does come with this transparent base, and it's on a ball peg so that you can kind of pose the bike a little bit. So obviously if this is sitting on a flat table, you can pose the bike a little bit up, a little bit down, side to side, which is a really nice feature. And of course, if you didn't want it on there, you could pop the ball peg off. It is removable. On the bottom here, there is a little swivel here on this little turret, which is nice, and that's just about it. I mean, like I said, it is just a basic recolor of the speeder bike that we've seen before, but I do think that Hasbro did a nice job, and obviously it matches the Mandalorian style for the bike, which I really appreciate. As far as the figure itself, or the actual biker scout, he stands at, let's see, about 6 inches tall. So he's right in scale with all of your other Black Series figures, and he comes with a couple accessories. Now the first one is already on the figure here, and that is this satchel. So this is a really cool accessory. Obviously, he has it in the Mandalorian TV show, but you can pop open these little straps on the front and open it up to show off the child inside, which is pretty cool. Now, this is not an entire child figure. It's just the head on a ball peg in this little pouch, as you can see there. But it does look like they've used basically the same sculpt as they did for the actual Black Series figure. And the pouch is definitely big enough to hold, this size character, which I do appreciate. It's not like too small or anything. So really cool accessory. These little snaps on it work super well. And one other thing I'd like to mention is just that the strap for the bag is obviously made specifically for this figure, which I really appreciate. It fits the figure so well, and it looks really natural, even without being, tied down with rubber bands or anything. It just lays really nicely, which I do appreciate. The next accessory is the blaster pistol. This is an accessory we've seen before, no paintwork or anything on it, but it is nicely detailed, and that does fit into the holster here on the side of his leg. One thing I'll say is it doesn't stay in there super well, so if you're displaying this on a shelf, that might be something that you want to band in or keep stored separately. The final accessory that this guy comes with is the target. And to be honest, this is a weird pick, I think, for this pack. I had to actually rewatch the episode to figure out what this thing is, but I can't complain about too much. It is well detailed, and it does look like it did in the show. So, as a pack-in, I suppose I'm not too disappointed with it. Now, as far as the articulation on this figure goes, it is very well done, and we'll run through it. He's got a ball peg in the head and then a hinge in the neck, which gives a really, really great range of motion overall. Literally everything that you could want out of it. He's got ball hinge shoulders, and it's not the greatest range of motion, but they did try to help by making the shoulder pads out of a soft material so that you can get a little bit more range of motion out of it there. They do swivel 360. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows with an excellent range of motion. And that's really important for a character that you're going to be posing, on a speeder bike. He does have hinged wrists with a swivel. And as you can see there, they run this way through the hand, and that is the same on both sides. And I think they decided to do that to, again, help pose this figure on the speeder bike. He has what feels like either a single or double ball peg here at the torso. Again, really nice range of motion there. He's got T-jointed hips. Not the greatest range of motion out to the side, but enough to get him onto the bike. And then they do come forward a decent amount as well. And these pieces here are made of a soft plastic, so they don't get in the way of the articulation too much. He does have thigh swivels. Again, really important for getting this guy to pose naturally on the bike. Double jointed knees, really excellent range of motion there. And then he's got a boot swivel. Again, this is important so that you can, pull the figure's legs out to the side and then rotate the foot into the correct position and get him looking natural on the bike. And then he's got hinged ankles with an ankle rocker. So, overall, this pack I think is really cool. Obviously, this guy had a memorable scene in The Mandalorian, and I think it's kind of cool that Hasbro used parts that we've seen before in the Black Series, kind of rearranged with new pieces added on them to kind of create a new character for the line again, which I think is really cool. So I definitely recommend picking this guy up if you can find him. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.